Alright, mother muchachos, today I'm reviewing something a bit unconventional to say the least. If you're wondering what the hell was up with that elderly sailor and the nasty mariachi man in my theme song, well, here's your answer. In a wrestling TV show for children called 100% Lucha from Argentina. It aired on the Telefe network from 2006 to 2010, and every episode was uploaded to YouTube in 2014. Is it muy bueno? Or is it a load of caca run by pendejos? Alright, that's enough Spanish. Let's get started.
Take two, mother muchachos!
So I'm not quite 100% sure exactly what the rules are, but apparently this show runs like a league where the wrestlers win points by winning matches, and then at the end of the season, the guy with the most points will be the champion. Anyway, first match is between some fake Scotsman named McFloyd and a fake-ass Rick Martel, so I'm just gonna call him Schmick Blartel. Scotsman hits a suplex early on and completely misses a flying elbow by like a mile. Schmick Blartel hits a head scissors, then another one that looked really bad, then a flying shoulder block, then a sloppy missile drop kick. Okay, you don't have to go to the top rope for every damn move, guy. Scotsman fights back with a gorilla press slam. Blartel hits a bad monkey flip, then drop kicks him out of the ring. Then he hits a scoop slam, then the ref takes forever to count the pin. So far, not a very good first impression. The moves were sloppy, and other than during the ring announcements, the commentary team won't shut up. So you know how Marky D always makes those jokes about the 8-year-old obese Indian boy? Well, our next match features an 80-year-old obese mariachi man. Seriously, this guy does not look like he belongs in a wrestling ring. He seems like the ultimate Mexican stereotype. They might as well have had him riding in on a donkey while eating a burrito. He's taken on a fake-ass tiger mask whose entrance theme includes a bunch of really annoying cat noises. The mariachi man takes an arm drag pretty well, but then he flops like a dead fish from a drop kick. Then he just dodges out of the way when the cat man hits a shoulder block on the ref and he gets DQ'd. And the mariachi man wins, apparently. What a big fucking load of nothing that was. I do not want to see this guy again. We then see an old Hispanic man dressed as a Native American chief, but hey, you know what? Pretending to be Native worked for Chief J Strongbow, so why not? He's accompanied by a sexy lady who I hereby dub as Pocahontas. He's taken on Vicente Valloni, who is, I'm not gonna lie, is actually a convincing pro wrestler. He's athletic, he's got a good physique, he's charismatic, and he's actually got some decent in-ring ability. He gets the best match so far here with Nightwolf's grandpa, but the finish is pretty dumb when his opponent gets counted out after a dive to the outside. But at least the right man went over here. The announcers then show us something called the Wrestling Machine, where apparently 4 wrestlers are going to be randomly selected to compete in a tag team match in the main event. Well, I guess we got that to look forward to. Our next match features a guy who thinks he's a snake for some reason versus an Argentinian Sergeant Slaughter, because I guess if Chavo Guerrero can pretend to be white, why not? The Snake Man is crawling around on the top rope for some weird reason as the big man attacks him. Snake Man hits a head scissors, then he sandwiches his head between his legs as they just fumble around like idiots. Then they stand off like it's a game of Street Fighter all of a sudden as the big man then hits a twist of fate. The Snake Man then crawls and jumps around like he's high on shrooms as the big man then hits a sit-out powerbomb. Then he punches the ref and gets DQ'd. What the hell? Like, the big man actually hit some good moves, but this match barely went over a minute. Why are so many of these matches just pointless? Anyway, next. We then see an old fat Turkish man who's probably just taking a shower as he's taking on a fake-ass Ricky Steamboat who puts on a blindfold and shows off his nunchuck skills. He hits some shitty arm drags and karate chops as the Turkish guy hits an atomic drop, then badly flops off the middle rope. The match ends when Steamboat Light hits a tornado DDT and we get a dusty finish, and it's a tie? What? Then Steamboat Light hits a drop kick and hitting him outside the ring. Wait, so he's attacking him after the match? But I thought the old fat Turkish guy was the heel because Steamboat Light was getting cheered a minute ago. But who's the face and who's the heel here, people? That match is immediately followed by another old fat man named Amundaman, dressed like a pharaoh, who I guess is supposed to be the top heel in this promotion. He's taking on the hip-hop man, who's a Latino, acting like a white guy, acting like a black guy. Old man does a major look, then headbutts him. He then slowly beats him up, but Vanilla Biscuit over here makes a comeback with a missile dropkick, but misses a flying crossbody. Pharaoh hits a tombstone pile driver, then wins without actually pinning him. These matches are too short and way too damn botchy, and they feature so many old men who look like they don't belong in a goddamn ring. The next match features a guy called El Vampiro. I fucking wish. Nah, it's a guy who looks like Tommy Chong just got back from a Halloween party. His opponent is Brian Sanchez, whose gimmick is that he's a pizza boy. Seriously, did they write this shit back in 1995 when they had all those fucking day job gimmicks? We get some chain wrestling as Count Chongula hits a flying clothesline and does a weird move where he twists his opponent's neck with his feet. Pizza Boy hits a springboard crossbody, but the Hobo Vampire hits a shitty choke slam. Pizza Boy then hits a power slam, a Northern Light suplex, and a spinning crossbody for the win. Hey man, remember that time we got so stoned and we dressed you up like a vampire and booked you in a wrestling match against that pizza guy, man? Oh yeah, man, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, man, that pizza boy kicked my fucking ass. Yeah, man, I didn't think that pizza boy was gonna be so good in the ring, man. It's main event time as the wrestling machine chooses Rulo Verde, who is flanked by some sexy ladies and has a catchy as hell theme song. His tag team partner is a bus driver, and their opponents are a guy who thinks he's a knight who rides in on a real horse, and the other clip from my intro, an elderly sailor. Just getting this out of the way, he is by far the worst wrestler here. Rainbow Bright and the bus driver attack from behind as Rainbow hits a bad RKO and a dropkick. Sailor tags in and hits a horrible power slam and an even worse belly-to-belly suplex. He locks the bus driver in a terrible figure 4 leg lock, and I guess this is a 2 out of 3 falls match because he scores the first fall. Rainbow hits a pretty nice superplex on the Knight from the top rope as then they dogpile on him for the second fall. Sailor tags back in and stinks up the joint some more. Sailor gets Rainbow in a shitty ankle lock while the Knight hits a pretty nice slingshot senton for the win. I swear to God, that Sailor, he looks, wrestles, and probably smells like a dead fish. He does not belong in a fucking ring. Only slightly less than the 80-year-old obese mariachi man from earlier. Well, mother muchachos, that has got to be the wackiest wrestling show I have ever seen. Other than a few of the wrestlers, most of this was just a sloppy, weird mess. But apparently at the time, this show was successful, doing triple the ratings that Raw and SmackDown were doing, to the point where in 2007, WWE actually tried to purchase them. And yeah, it even spawned 2 theatrical films. How the hell do you get theatrical movies out of wrestling? I may have to try to find them online sometime. I also plan on reviewing future episodes of this show, but as for now, if any of my Argentinian viewers can give me a bit more insight into maybe who the hell trained these wrestlers, who the hell these people even are behind this show, please, that would be very, very helpful. But other than that, mother muchachos, I will see you next time. Pile drive that like button, smack someone in the head with that bell icon, and subscribe for more pro wrestling content, or you ain't nothing but a...
¿Qué pasó? ¡No te pendejos, men! ¡Don't eat it!